here at UHD, if children are unwell, parents can bring them to A&E. And if they need a bit more help than A&E can manage to do in their 4-hour turnaround, they come up to the children's unit for us to look after. If they're too poorly, say needing breathing support, constant monitoring, then they definitely need to be in hospital. But there's a group of children that need more than their parents can offer, but are safe to be at home. And they're the people we're trying to treat in their home environment, which is so much better for them.
The benefits are no longer stay at hospital. They go home in their own environment. The families can carry on their normal day lives without sort of interrupting. If they've got other children, they can get them to school, they can go to work. It helps the ward, so it releases beds. The other benefit is that we can teach them and make sure that they're doing all of the things they need. So if they ever have a need again, they know what to do.
Examples of patients we manage, so children with tummy bugs, when they're vomiting a lot and parents are struggling to get fluids in and worried about hydration, quite often the management for that is just pushing sugary fluids and keeping an eye on them. But those group of children are brilliant for the virtual ward because our nurses can check their blood sugars, the parents have the monitoring to check their heart rates at home, which is a sign of dehydration, and they can call into our nurses to support them. So those children we can manage in their own home rather than coming on the ward, which is beneficial for them and also beneficial for staff and patients from an infection control point of view. We take children with breathing problems. So there's an illness just little babies get called bronchiolitis, where they get lots of wheeze and cough. And if you're trying to wheeze and cough, you can't feed because babies have to breathe through their noses. So our virtual ward team can support the feeding with the bronchiolitis babies to help manage them at home. Once a patient's been identified as safe to be discharged to the virtual ward, they're in the kind of medium sick category. After the doctor has made a referral to our team and it's been accepted, the family then get information and some kit. So we've got a detailed information booklet which explains what to look out for with their illness, how to contact if they're concerned, but it's also got instructions and an instructional video on how to take observations on your child. And each parent will be given an OBS machine where they can monitor saturations, they can monitor the heart rate, and a thermometer so that we can have accurate temperatures. And they'll go home with that information, some phone numbers and some kit, and then within half an hour, if they haven't already met the virtual ward nurse in hospital, they'll get a phone call to say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm your virtual ward nurse. I'm going to come out and see you. How's your little one doing?"
Dependent on the pathway that their child is under will depend on whether we go out and see them within a few hours of their discharge home, or if it's an ambulatory pathway, the likelihood is that they've already received their dose for that day, so they won't be due till the following day, but we'll still make phone contact later that day and again the following morning to liaise and let them know what time we'll come out.
We have very, very stringent pathways, like a step-by-step guide for our nurses to, when to flag it, when to send them back in, when to keep them at home. If we're worried about them, the contact number's on there to ring. We're very sort of risk averse, so we make sure that if we do have any worries, we will get them back into CAU.
We're really excited by the virtual. The benefits are that we'll be able to free up some of our very pressurised beds. The NHS continue talks about being under pressure. We have emergency admissions from GPs, health visitors, midwives, and from ED. The possibility of not only freeing up beds for other children to attend, but also giving them a safe patient journey at home is beneficial, obviously, to all the patients and family and for the staff as well. You just end up with a bit of a backlog otherwise.